AgweekTV, presented by Kaler Farms.
An Air, North Dakota couple is putting the finishing touches on a unique addition to their organic apple farm. As Mickle Pates found, they plan to use their crop to produce hard cider.
Stacy and Dan started planting apples at Cottonwood Farm 5 years ago.
Tallman Sweet, Michelin, Jeffries.
Now the orchard boasts 1,800 trees on 11 acres with 40 varieties. Stacy Nelson Heising calls some of them antique varieties.
These are apples that you're not going to find in your neighbor's backyard. With the prohibition, what happened is these wonderful orchards were cut down to the ground and they grafted apples like Red Delicious onto the stumps. And so now with the renewed interest in hard cider, people are coming and they're putting in these lost varieties.
The varieties are chosen for how well they make cider. Dan and Stacy started building the cider house last year and are putting on the finishing touches now.
What you can see here with the bubbling is the fermentation process going.
They're still experimenting with different apple and yeast combinations in the fermenting process.
Then after, we got the orchard going, it just seemed like the right thing to do to get into hard cider. So that was kind of our next step.
Stacy's dad, Chuck Nelson, converted the farm to organic about 30 years ago. He was a big help in starting the orchard and the cider house, but he won't enjoy the first batch of cider. He passed away in June.
We'll run into one obstacle after another. Given the fact that the last years of my dad's life were focused on making Cottonwood Farm and Cottonwood Cider House a reality, giving up was never an option. It almost, made us more determined.
They're hoping to harvest about 2,500 pounds of apples this year. In addition, they'll get about 3,000 pounds of apples from their neighbors. Near Air, North Dakota, this is Mickle Pates for Ag Week.
Their first batch of cider should be ready by the end of the year. Heising says several local bars are interested in having their hard cider on tap. They also plan to have some tastings and tours at the cider house.